Welcome to the Digital Descent. I'm Dominic Tringali.
And I'm Zach Goldstein. Each episode we're going to discuss the things in film and whatever else is making us laugh this week.
This week I saw The Grey starring Liam Neeson. Neeson plays a ex-military sharpshooter who has to lead a band of roughnecks through the Alaskan wilderness after their plane crashes. In a desperate story of survival, Neeson and his companions must fight the elements and nature in order to see their loved ones once again. Personally, this movie was amazing, and I give it my highest recommendation that you go see it in theaters immediately. Hey Zach, you want to go see a movie?
I'd love to, Dom. I just don't have the money for it.
But it's Tuesday, man. Every movie at VRC, $5.
$5?
$5!
You don't say. I could get a $5 footlong, or I could see a movie.
For $5! Real Steel stars Hugh Jackman and Evangeline Lilly from TV's Lost. I found this movie to be a little over the top, pun intended, because they literally rip off Stallone from the 80s. This movie is being billed as Rocky with robots. But really what it should have been was Rocky meets over the top, meets robots from the 21st century, meets T-Boone Pickens. Because it's set in Texas, and everywhere Hugh Jackman drives, there's all these windmills. I just didn't buy that. And I also found another scary thing about this is that the robot in the movie becomes self-aware at one point. Like the little kid, who's pretty annoying, talks to his robot and realizes at some point that his robot is not like other robots. This robot can think, it can feel, it has emotions. And let me tell you right now, I've watched enough movies about evil computers. When robots take control and become self-aware, we're all doomed. Unless you've got kids or you're just a child at heart like me, I would just avoid adding this movie to your DVD collection. But if you're looking for a fun story that's just going to be some good entertainment for a couple hours, definitely check out this movie whenever you can. This week I also reviewed Paranormal Activity 3, the latest in the Paranormal Activity series that started out in 2007. I'm not a huge fan of this style. When the Blair Witch Project first came out, I thought it was just shaky camera, bad lighting, terrible acting. I didn't like it at all. But this movie was different, and it scared the hell out of me when I watched it. My final recommendation for Paranormal Activity 3 is probably just to wait for it to be streaming on Netflix. Right now, 1 and 2 are viewable streaming live on Netflix. So I recommend you go check those out before you see 3 anyway.
With this week's DVD pick of the week, we have 50-50 starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Seth Rogen. Gordon-Levitt is wonderful. Seth Rogen plays a tough friend of his who emotionally isn't ready to take on the responsibility of his friend's illness. Similar to Funny People, this movie was billed as a comedy. Just for audiences to know, I don't think it's necessarily a comedy. I'd say it's a bit more serious than Funny People. It's pretty tough to watch. It's not as much of a dark comedy as you'd expect, and it's a serious topic. Gordon-Levitt is surprisingly good. He was nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Actor. The film itself was also nominated for Best Picture. Personally, I feel it's a snubbing that this movie was looked over by the Oscar committee. Incredibly Loud and Incredibly Close was nominated, but this film much more deserving of the nomination. This movie is currently available for watching at the David Miner Theater, and I would highly recommend walking over. In terms of buying or skipping, I'd say buy it and watch it if you're into dark humor, but if not, just maybe watch it online or see it at the David Miner or Dollar Theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get ready to Robot Rumble!
Yeah, Best Actor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most exciting night in robot fighting history. We have tonight the greatest champions of the robot fighting industry.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Digital Descent.
Join us next week when we review the premiere of Chronicle and the new Justin Timberlake movie, In Time.
And I'll be reviewing the release of the DVD Drive, as well as the re-release of the Alfred Hitchcock classic Notorious, which came out this week on Blu-ray. Thanks for watching this week's edition of the Digital Descent.
As always, I'm Dom.
I'm Zach.
We watch the crap so you don't have to. Do you love the Digital Descent? Find us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment. If you win, you'll win this DVD VCR dual deck player by JVC and this sweet copy of Lion King on VHS.